You know, it seems like somebody has to bring the pain. But why so serious? It's showtime, folks! Because the stinger has snapped. Yeah, what up, guys? Snacking on some really good ass pizza. Now, usually don't do that many TNA review or videos or what you might call it. But today I felt it was a need to do it tonight, Thursday. I got a chance to see Impact. Now, Impact, unlike Raw majority of the time, isn't live. And I really don't like looking at spoilers because it kind of defeats the purpose of actually wanting to watch the program. That's what made wrestling so great back in the day because you really didn't have that many spoilers. Now, don't get me wrong, you had those 1-800 numbers before the internet really blew up to mega proportions as it related to knowing what was going to happen on wrestling or Friday Night SmackDown or, TNA. But anyway, Impact Wrestling kicked off with Immortal coming out with tuxedos on and stuff, celebrating Mr. Anderson and being a part of Immortal and all that. First thing I would like to say is the X Division. I saw a lot of previews of the matches, and I'm probably going to have to see if I can watch some of those videos on YouTube. I didn't order the pay-per-view, but it looked like Destination X was off the chain. One match in particular that just caught my eye was Jerry Lynn versus RVD. Give a damn how old RVD is. Give a damn about how old Jerry Lynn is. If they can still get their ass back in the ring and do that, they deserve to still be in the ring wrestling. It was just amazing. Now, back to Impact. We had a triple threat match which featured Robert Roode, Samoa Joe, and the Pope. Pope is pimping. And Robert Roode won that match. We had another match, Tara taking on Madison Rain. She whooped that ass. We have, but anyway, other than that, Impact was pretty decent. Austin Aries was in an X Division match against Shannon Moore, the Punk, and yeah. But anyway, all in all, Impact was pretty decent. It had a little more wrestling this time around, and it was pretty good. But people have been talking about Sting, the Stinger, and his morphing into some kind of like, some people will compare it to being like the Joker from the Dark Knight movie. And put it like this, guys: when Sting first came into the world of professional wrestling, him and the Warrior were in a tag team back in the early '80s. That was just a little early thing he did, and then when he finally got success in the NWA, being known as Sting, he had like a surfer style gimmick with his Sting character originally. And when the whole NWA, look what I'm thinking about Ice Cube, them invading and Dr. Dre. Okay, but anyway, when the NWO thing started going on, WCW had this trust in Sting, and Sting left, and then Sting came back as the Crow Sting. Very, very dark, very, very menacing. He didn't speak. He was a wrestler of few words, but a lot of action. And I liked that Sting. I liked it. Because, of course, it was still copied off of a movie, The Crow. But he made that character into his own. When people say Sting, that's one of the characters they look at. They really don't even look at the Surfer Sting as much as they look at the Crow Sting. Now, some people might like the way Sting was before that, but for me, just the way his menacing thing coming from the rafters, the lights going out, he's already in the ring. It just made him seem more powerful, and you could tell that with the crowd, because by him not speaking, he made a big thump on the world of professional wrestling at that time. But the creative team at TNA have decided to make Sting a psychopath and like the Joker. Personally, for me, I don't see anything wrong with it because, in the world of wrestling, what hasn't been done. So for Sting to be tonight, I'm gonna fight you in the ring, and I'm gonna put you in the Scorpion Deathlock, and after that, I'm gonna feed you pie or some weird shit like that. I mean, hey, go for it. They've pretty much been hinting at Hulk Hogan coming out of retirement one more time to wrestle Sting. Personally, I think that would be a bad judgment call in my opinion, but who knows what TNA has up their sleeve. All in all, Impact was pretty decent. Like I say, for me, people might not like the whole Sting thing, but it seems like it's going to be pretty good. Plus, it's leading up to him and Kurt Angle. And speaking of Kurt Angle, he was, if you guys got the chance to see the beginning of Impact, Sting had some company that would make sure that Hogan and Immortal would not interfere in the match. So it was these clowns in the rafters, and Kurt Angle was one of the clowns. But yeah, Impact was pretty good. I like the Sting thing. But then again, why so serious?